Well, the bell for round 8, and both fighters up early off their stools, ready to go back to work, Purdy.
Gil Clancy was gesticulating wildly at Monzon to double, triple up on the hooks, because he cannot out-jab Monzon, but he might be able to hook him. And he has been trying that. He's been trying that sweeping right hand. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. He hasn't mounted a difficult or hard body attack. Valdez has to go to the body of Monzon if he hopes to short-circuit that mobility and sap his strength so that his punches don't come on. But look at the way Monzon is fighting.
Well, you know, Valdez set him up for that knockdown. There's a good right. Gets in again. Left of the body, driving it in there as Monzon grabs and holds.
Got to give points to Valdez for aggression.
Well, the way
drive.
he set him up before, Purdy, if you recall in the knockdown in the second round, Valdez, he jabbed him and then he came in with the right. And now you notice that when Valdez jabs and gets ready to put the right hand on him, that the champion is keeping busy with that left hand in his face. Keep him off balance. Don't let him get set. Oh, he takes Monzon a good chop to the left side of the face on a hook. And again, the referee, Roland Dakin, is talking to the champion, warning him about something. I don't really know what it is at this point.
I didn't see that either.
He didn't gesture whether it was a low blow or holding or... We're in round 8.
Look at the way Valdez put a series of combination of punches together. That's the kind of fighting that is going to require to neutralize Monzon's advantage. It's piling up round by round. Monzon is getting the points up there. As he piles up points, frustration mounts for Rodrigo Valdez.
Round 8. Scheduled for 15. Less than a minute remaining now in the round. Once again, the fighters come to a clinch and, for the most part, separate themselves.
You notice how gentlemanly they are in Europe when they break the fighters? They're used to just saying a few words and having them break. They don't get between them like American referees do and put their hands all over them.
And that's true sportsmanship, because, as we said earlier, these fellas, these two fighters really don't have any extra affection for one another. You can't have. You got to go in there, and he's your enemy. You've got to be ready for anything. You got to protect yourself, of course, at all times. But you can't be friends. You got to be psychologically, and mentally, and everything else ready to go. Less than 10 seconds remaining in round 8. Coming to you from Monte Carlo, Rodrigo Valdez in the white trunks, trying to take the title away from the champion at round 8. All right, the bell for round 9, and a good show of sportsmanship as Valdez comes out and they touch gloves, something customarily seen only in the United States at the start of the final round.
Low punches to begin. A low hook, which really hit Monzon at the hip. I'm sure that's not meant to happen. By the way, we have not commented, but isn't that a ghastly-looking yellow glove that they have there? I've never seen yellow in a fight. This really...
Well, the standard, of course, is a red glove, but...
for many years, there were black gloves, only black gloves, and brown. Then they went from brown to maroon, from maroon to red, and now we've got Technicolor gloves, all color gloves, light blue gloves, white gloves. But this is the worst color I've seen yet. But back to the action.
They still feel the same when they hit, no matter what color they are. And both of these fighters are feeling the power and the punching of not only the champion right there on the close-up Carlos Monzon, but the worthy challenger, the former WBC champion of the world, middleweight champion Rodrigo Valdez. You know, backing Monzon now into a corner, and he comes out fighting, and they clinch, and Roland Dakin, the referee, separates them. Yes, Fred.
Notice that every time that Rodrigo starts to mount a body attack, which he's very, very good at, to get under there and mount a body attack, he gets powdered on the way in. Right now, he's fighting very well for the beginning of this round. He's energetic, he's aggressive. He's trying to smother Carlos Monzon, trying to get under that jab and get in there. But Carlos has it all figured out. He just steps back a couple of steps, lets fly 3 or 4 jabs as he's moving back, comes back with the right hand, just seems to have everything programmed and diagnosed and worked out.
I got a feel that the challenger, Valdez, in the white trunks, since there's been rumor that Monzon could possibly retire after this fight and vacate the title, that Rodriguez is saying, boy, if I get by this guy, I've got it made. I don't have to face him again.
I wouldn't know why Carlos Monzon would want to retire except for boredom of the activity. He's been a champion so long, because I don't think there's anybody in the horizon that can beat Carlos Monzon. He is just a machine. Right now, Rodrigo Valdez is giving it an epic try. He's really trying hard, but as the rounds filter by, oh, look at that. Left and a right, a left and a right. The right hand landing flush on Rodrigo Valdez's chin, and sometimes you have to wonder what is holding Rodrigo Valdez up, because if there's a heavy puncher in this division, it's been Carlos Monzon. They clinch one of the few times in this fight. The referee again with his genteel way of separating the fighters. A hook that did not land, but it was a wonderful idea by Rodrigo Valdez.
Well, we're in round 9. It's scheduled for 15. Again, tremendous action here, exchanging back and forth. Monzon scoring heavily now, which causes Valdez to tie him up. The back and a good right by Monzon, followed by another right at the bell, ending round 9.